Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and EU4 Common Sense playing as Great Scotland. Or Great Britain, I know, it's the British peoples, whatever. Point is, though, we did just finish a war against my coalition and most of the HRE to grab Holland and Zealand. I am very happy about that. We now have a pretty strong hold over the English Channel, which is excellent. Very, very good. We also should be making a stinking ton of money. Yep, 33 ducats a month. Despite being at full army maintenance, that's kind of awesome, not gonna lie. Pretty darn good. Alright, well, knowing that that is true, I actually think we maybe should want to upgrade some of our advisors. Like this production efficiency guy? Nah, screw it. We'll take the +2 national tax modifier. In fact, I could actually go for this. How's my yearly... Oh, my inflation's a little bit up there. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and upgrade to a +3 guy. We do have humanist ideas after all. I wouldn't mind a lot of power. Fort defense? Pfft, who needs that? Let's get discipline. Discipline is so much better. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Having money is awesome. In this case, money actually becomes monarch points directly, which is pretty cool. Should go ahead and open up these menus as I usually do. Let's go ahead and start improving relations with France a little bit more. We have more room to go, and they are kind of unhappy with me right now. Not really sure why. Well, I know why. It's the aggressive expansion, but I did give them a province in that peace deal. You'd think that they would be willing to kind of let that aggressive expansion slide as long as it benefited them, but no. No, it does not. We are about to have a massive coalition. Let there be no doubt, a truly massive coalition. We'll try improving relations with Munster a little bit, and maybe... I don't know, let's take a quick look at the coalition map mode. Bavaria, perhaps, would be a good target. They are large, they have only 55 aggressive expansion. Theoretically, if I can make them happy, they might stay out of it. I kind of doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Sugar! Oh, right. Oh, right. I did realize this. So, for the last couple of videos, I forgot that I sent a colonist down here into Cuba in order to fulfill a mission with the intent of just immediately abandoning it and continuing my Canadian colonization. But I forgot about it because of the war. And now it has, like, what? 316 settlers. So it's already like 31% complete. Whoops. Oh well, it's there, so we might as well finish it off for a little while. And now we have sugar. Great. Just fantastic. Claims on provinces I don't own. No kidding. Missions to select. Remove Friesland from the map. Oh, come on. I just got all this aggressive expansion. You want me to declare war on Friesland now? That's insane. Alliances with Brittany. Relations with Brittany. I mean, Brittany's going to have a lot of aggressive expansion. Yeah, they're going to have 50. And there is not much more that I can do about them. So no. I'm going to pick it up and then immediately cancel the mission and try to cycle them out. With any luck, we'll get something a little bit better. Let's see. Defender of the Faith. Could be nice. Serbia, Lorraine, Dahomey, some nations I don't know about. Places I can build stuff. I have a lot of money. I should consider doing something like that. I could get some superior unit types. I have apparently been ignoring this for a while, but let's go ahead and upgrade the cavalry. Not that it mattered that much for this last war. I mean, we've been just fine. But, Alright. Actually, how are we doing as far as our army tradition? We're up to 47.3, and it's still decaying quite a lot. Gee whiz, despite having 9 forts that are active, I am gaining practically nothing. That sucks. Basically, I need to be upgrading a lot of forts, don't I? Actually, I want to go ahead and build a weapons manufactory in Dalaskogan. That province is worth a lot, 0.46 ducats per month. Yes, it's going to cost 500 ducats, but for the rest of the game, I think it will ultimately end up paying for itself. It's a pretty good province. Anywhere I want a marketplace? No. How about a barracks? Yes, this seems good. Anywhere else? No. How about temples? 0.2? Sure, that's worthwhile. 0.16? Sure, that's worthwhile. Okay, workshops. No. Okay, nope, no need for any of that. So let's go ahead and upgrade more forts. Do I want to upgrade marches? Fine, it's already there, might as well. Do I want to upgrade this one? Not really. In fact, if anything, I kind of want to get rid of that fort altogether. Do I want one in Schrondelag? I mean, it's providing a fairly nice zone of control in this area. Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm so torn as to the value of forts and whether they're actually worth it or not. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one. It's pretty much useless. Trondelag. I would be tempted to have it just to protect against Sweden, but I really don't think I need it, and it's just a drain on my resources, and if I'm not going to get much army tradition out of them anyway, then what the heck do I care? Why do I have 2 light ships with these guys? No, get back out of there. Actually, I should go ahead and look to upgrade the fleet. I have a fair chunk of money. Canceling of royal monopolies. Elizabeth's popularity began to wane towards the end of her reign. Who the heck is Elizabeth? The War with Spain dragged on inconclusively. Who's at war with Spain? Not me. The Parliament became less tractable and began to object to the abuse of royally granted monopolies, blah, blah, blah. Reformed her love for her subjects, but it came with a bitter clash over royal monopolies, which she ceased from. Do I cancel them, lose money, but gain 10% trade efficiency, and lose some spy defense? Don't care about that. The question is, am I willing to spend 200 ducats for 10% trade efficiency? And the answer is probably yes. For the next, it's only for 5 years, though. Strengthen them. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe not, though. Yes, never mind. I would rather gain money, and I would rather gain provincial trade power by 10%. The trade power alone is probably going to be worth a fair bit. Maybe not as much as trade efficiency, but it is only for 5 years after all. I'd rather just do that. Oh no, here comes the coalition. Let's go ahead and upgrade all of our ships. It's going to cost almost 500 ducats, but I think that's probably worthwhile. We'll detach the damaged and send them to patrol the English Channel, and the rest of you guys will also patrol the English Channel once you have finished repairing. Let's go ahead and dock our fleet up, I think. How are we looking as far... Okay, these Norwegian separatists are really close, and I don't want to deal with them, so I'm going to spend some of my military power, of which I kind of have an excess, do a harsh treatment, and give my military a chance to get up there before they can rebel. That may be considered kind of a questionable play, but we're so darn far ahead as far as military tech. I don't have any military ideas. The only thing I would be doing with military power is doing military development, which is good, but at the same time, I would rather just avoid years of separatism because there's a good chance they would rebel before I could get up there. So, oh boy. Friesland, Munster, Württemberg, Gelre, Mainz, Styria, Pomerania, everybody's joining this coalition. Trade dispute against us. Oh boy. I should go ahead and reduce army maintenance. I just realized that's not really necessary anymore. 60 ducats a month and demand unlawful territory. I was wondering when that would pop up. No! Screw you! I have no intention of doing that. That is insane. Wait a minute. Why on earth... Okay, hang on. So, yes, fabricating a claim on our province. That's fine. So why... I told the damaged to go and patrol the English Channel. Did I not? So why did they group up and go back to port in the wrong freaking province with no shipyard? Why? That doesn't even make sense. Whatever. Once you guys are repaired, go join the English Channel. Why are we still on speed 5? That's just way too fast. Way too fast. The Muscovy Trade Company in 1553. Well, it's 1575, but okay. The Merchant Adventures Company sent a fleet of 3 ships with the intent of sailing to China through the Northeast Passage. Blah, blah, blah. Edward entered the White Sea. Russia and England had diverging interests in establishing relationships with each other. The Muscovy Trade Company formed to exploit the new trade, in particular with the Russian furs. And we gain additional trade power in the White Sea until the end of the game. Wow, okay. Sure, why not? That sounds like a uniquely British event. As Scotland, once I form Great Britain, I may not have any of the British ideas, but I do have access to all of the British special events, so that's pretty cool. We probably should improve relations with Muscovy. Why am I... Forget Munster. They hate me. Forget them. Let's just improve relations with our ally, Muscovy. I want them to love me, so that they might be inclined to defend me if things ever start to go south. We are making a freaking ton of money. Wait, no, we're not. I thought we were up to like almost 50, but now we're down to 26. Either way, we are still making almost 11 ducats, almost 12 ducats a month in war reparations, which is pretty nice, all things considered. I'm all right with that. We have our armies in position to deal with the Norwegians. What are the odds that we'll be able to just make them go away entirely? Not very good. And I don't want to up the autonomy here. We'll just sit back. If they do decide to get close up to 90% again, we'll raise army maintenance and deal with them the old-fashioned way, but I don't want to raise autonomy. Speaking of which, how's autonomy starting to do in some of my other provinces? Cornwall, for example. You're down to 8.2% autonomy. It's reducing by 0.15 per month because we were at peace and because of increased centralization after forming Great Britain. That actually works out really well for me. That kind of incentivizes me to not go to war for a while at all, and just let the autonomy start ticking down. I become more powerful the longer I'm not at war. Is basically how this is going to turn out, and I'm totally okay with that. Country modifier, surplus equipment has expired. I don't even remember what that did. Maybe that gave me cheaper infantry or something like that? Whatever, I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and... How many transports do I have? 22? I'm going to send a small force, right, out of Holland. Let's go ahead and move these guys back up here. And I'm going to say A, attached to here, and I'm going to start sailing you guys down toward Micmac. Because I should have a claim against you, I believe, and I would like to take you and start growing some more of my Canadian territory. I do have a claim against you. Good! You probably have a lot of money, don't you? Let's take a look. Money. Micmac, Micmac. Oh, past the M's. Where are you? Micmac. 595.82 ducats. Yep. We will go ahead and declare on Micmac as soon as we get our army down there, and we will make sure that we get a nice boost to our treasury. Yeah, we have inflation, and that's something to consider, but I also have a yearly inflation reduction guy, so I consider that to be a fair trade. Also, let's go ahead and look at upping our navy, because we do have a lot of space. I'm going to build a couple more in everything with a shipyard. Get 10 more ships. Seems reasonable. There we go. More ships equals more good. More good things. More good things for me. Better navy means better naval superiority, means better trade power, means more money. Oh, we have guys down here in France. How'd you get down there? Glorious France is up to 55,000 troops, and they have 6 heavies and 14 transports for some reason. That's interesting. Alright. Well, not too opposed to all that. Just want to make sure that they love me. How is their liberty desire? They are down to 19% liberty desire. Terra Nova is providing me with that bonus merchant. I believe that France is actually paying me, it's just not showing up on the subject's screen. Does it say anything on here? Doesn't say anything about them there. Total income, no? Taxation, war reparations. It doesn't say anywhere what my vassals or my allies or my personal union buddies are paying to me. And this is saying it's 0. I mean, at that point, there's really not much any reason not to support loyalists. I mean, I'm not gaining any monthly income from them, in theory. That said, though, I think I might want to just enforce religion upon them. Yes, the liberty desire goes way up, but I can reduce that a bit, so let's do it. Enforce religion upon France, they just became Protestant, and let's support loyalists, and that should bring them down to a safe level of liberty desire. 49.8%. Barely good enough, but that should force them to become Protestant. Let's take a look at the religious map mode. They are going to have some rather substantial religious disorder for a while. I may need to help them. I might. In the meantime, though, a Center of Reformation is starting to do some work against them. I don't know, we'll see. It's going to be a very hard road for France, but I really want them to be... Protestant. Austria and the Ottomans are no longer at war. Dissolution of the Monasteries Act. Bremen has joined. Ottomans have rivaled me. Didn't they do that a long time ago? I thought they did. Apparently not. Rival of our rival. Aragon needs to like me. Prestige and diplomatic power. For the heck of it. Let's go ahead and... Bavaria is up to positive opinion with me. They are not in the coalition. They would even, in fact, accept an alliance with me, which is interesting. Would I want Bavaria as an ally? How strong is Bavaria? They're Protestant, actually. That's not what I want to see. Military. Bavaria has only 15,000 units. Well, that's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. They would barely be a speed bump to Austria. Yeah, if I were to ally with them and then get stuck in a coalition war, they may actually become more trouble than they're worth. Let's take a look at the coalition map mode, though. They're down to 51. Give me another year or two. Well, actually, not even another year or two. Just a few more months. And Bavaria won't be able to join the coalition. which would be good. Trade port moved in Austria, don't care. Let's go ahead and retrieve our guy, and we'll start improving relations with Aragon on the off chance that eventually we might be able to complete that mission, get a little Diplo power. I could ally them. That's not a bad idea, per se. You have a lot of allies. Aragon is allied with Hungary, Portugal, Naples, and Tuscany. Goodness. Why is that? But either way, I'm kind of worried that if I did ally with Aragon, he might... Aragon, whatever. If I allied with him, he might immediately try to pull me into a war against Spain. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I'd rather not. Good government policies. Changes of policies, when cleverly timed and made, were often well perceived by the people of the time, beyond their actual efficiency, as a proof of the government's goodwill and interest in the welfare of the realm. Gain stability. Gain a little bit of power, or gain money. I like stability. Stability is good. Let's take stability. Bam! Actually, I need to raise army maintenance as well. I'm looking at those Norwegian separatists with a little bit of suspicion. Yeah, I think we just got that because we have a level 3 administrative advisor. Which is pretty good. Pretty darn good. How we doing down in Munster? We're still converting you slowly but surely. It's gonna be a while. We'll get you, though. We'll get you eventually. Black news indeed. Oh no, our king just died, didn't he? Yep, there goes James IV. Well, he made it to like 78 years old, so he had a pretty good run. Pretty darn good run. James V is now in charge. 035. That's pretty good. We got a 243 heir. That's reasonable. William Henry. Finally, not another James. So many James. Okay, well, that's going to rearrange our power a wee little bit. We're not doing super hot. I would actually be okay with setting my focus on admin, because we do have an administrative idea group that I want to charge through, and we don't need this much military power, so that seems okay. We can pass the Popery Act, which would give us 0.5 missionary strength for no good reason. Okay, we'll take it. Why not? No good reason why not to do that. Suffrage Bishop Act is taxes for stability costs. Don't want that. Nope, nope, nope. There's a 14% chance that these guys are going to rebel. So here's hoping they give me at least one more monthly tick to get some more morale. Dutch separatists in Holland and Zealand. We don't need this many guys for that to be effective, so let's go ahead and send one infantry down here. I think 20 units, or 20 military units in a province is the most effect you can have on reducing unrest. Let's see, friendly troops -5. I'm pretty sure that's the cap. I definitely do not want to raise autonomy in Holland, because that is a valuable province to me. Very valuable. And I don't want to lose any of the trade power or the taxes or anything else. We can't improve relations with France anymore, so let's go ahead and improve that. How you guys doing? You're slowly but surely trying to convert the Protestant guys here from a Center of Reformation. I really recommend that you guys do some work somewhere else. Can we see a monk converting anything anywhere? There he is. He's in Co. He is trying to convert to Protestantism. Slowly but surely he is trying. You know, one thing I could have done, honestly, this might have been a good idea. Something to think about in the future. What I could have done is waited until Burgonne, I guess it's supposed to be Burgundy or Burgundy, yeah, just Burgundy, is supposed to convert to Protestantism because of the Center of Reformation. And I could have waited until that happened. France would try to convert it to Catholicism, as you would expect. That might have been enough to trigger some Protestant zealots, and then force them to convert, and the Protestant zealots would go around marching through and force converting all the local provinces. That's one sneaky way of trying to do things. It'd be a little bit hard to pull off, though. Not sure I would have been able to. Still, could have been worth a shot. Could have been worth a shot. Just notice my timer seems to have gone off. One thing I want to test, though, before I leave. So, let's take a look at our trade income. We were making 34.82 ducats at the end of last month. I want to patrol the Lubeck trade node and see what would happen if I can get majority trade power pulling into the English Channel. We have 88% control there currently. Down to 82 as soon as we stop here. So let's wait until the end of October and let's see if our trade power in Lubeck goes up by a substantial amount. Goes up to 30%. That's not bad. We're up to 39 ducats. That's marginally better than what we had before. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it at that, but it looks like pulling trade out of Lubeck and into the English Channel is going to be the most effective from here on out. Looks like we did get our rebellion. It's only 1 stack, though. In Akershus, we have our 2-star general over here, and we are in defensive terrain. That won't be a problem. We should be able to stomp you pretty well. He's actually rolling really well for a leaderless rebel faction, but there we go. And that finishes them off. Well done. Let's move these guys down to Agder. So, no recent rebellion, and that means the unrest here should go down. We'll have a chance to burn away a few years of separatism, and the Norwegians should cease to be a problem. Now we just have to worry about the Dutch. But I think we can take care of that next time. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with EU4 Common Sense playing as Scotland. If you enjoyed this video, then I hope that you will hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.